Cheers, Hugh! How are you, my friend? Hugh, today I have to sing you a very special song. Actually, you know it. Daddy Boy, yes, the Irish song that you love, that you have loved too much. So do I, call exactly the same like you, my friend. Yes, Daddy Boy, okay, from the track inside my computer. Okay, you, my friend. First, my song, to emphasize the subject, Jackman's London. Yes, they are very beautiful, your photo. There are so many great interviews coming out in the days leading up to Reminiscence, your great film. Yes, Reminiscence released, and this one with Australia's morning TV show studio. And it's 90 is definitely with match. Yes, very nice further, very nice, great subject. This I wanted to emphasize you, my friend. Yes, I thank you so much for your correspondence, your reciprocation too. Yes, reciprocation, your correspondence that you corresponded to me. Yes, with the same, the holy icon, like exactly the black the board had the same color as this color. I mean with with English pronunciation, color, the American. Yes. The same color of my blouse, San Sebastian. I know you that you love this blouse, yes, San Sebastian, yes. San Sebastian is an area in Spain, yes. I remember in 2015, the actor that he died by heart attack, Jay Pickett on his horse during the screening of the film. I remember him that he went in Spain in San Sebastian, yes, in 2015, yes. My mom and my dad, of course, they were alive, and I pressed the like button and his page on his Facebook page because he's member of me, friend of me, typically, yes. I said correct, I pronounced correct. The adverb, typically, 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 yes, typically, yes, and yes, and I remembered the area, the place in Spain, San Sebastian. One day in the future, together, you, my friend, we will go in San Sebastian, Spain, yes, to travel together. Mr. Haji says this thing all the time, but one day in the future, you and I will travel today. We will be traveled one day in the future. We'll make a journey, professional, to sing together, yes, somewhere over the rainbow. I will call it melodies, evangelical melodies, yes. And Danny Boy, together we will sing in this song, yes. And Morgan, the artistic song. Actually, you have learned by heart my CD album, yes. You are here and you listen to me all the time, you, my friend, yes. Okay, I will sing to you, Danny Boy, and later my stories. I have a lot of things to tell you today, you, my friend. Just a moment, please. Okay, I'm starting. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. from glen to glen, and down the mountainside. The summer's gone, and all the roses fallen. It's you, I must go and I must bide. But when ye back, when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white and snow, it's I will hear in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when we come and all the flowers are dying, and if I'm dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I'm lying, and kneel and say, and I'll be there for me. And I shall hear the stuff you dread above me, and calling my grave will warmer, sweeter be. Or you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. So beautiful song for you, my love, you, yes. This I want to sing you, Danny Boy, the Irish traditional ballad, you, my friend, yes. I know that you love suits, and with your voice, you suits. I dedicate you this lyric, a lot of things, dedicated to tomato meatballs, yes, chicken soup that I cooked on Sunday, this Sunday, yes, beautiful, yes, food, yes. Over here, we had a religious, in Orthodox religion, we had the Assumption of Virgin Mary, yes, 15 August, each year we celebrate, yes. And I cooked chicken soup, yes. I remember, to the best of my recollection, my mom, she had her 9-day celebration, 21 November and 15 August. 2 times each year, she was celebrating her great 9-day celebration, my mom, Maria, yes. You saw in my Facebook page with 71 likes, and that I dedicated you, her photo, yes, and I wrote some touching things, yes. Every year I remember her, with her birthday, 13 July, yes, anniversary of her marriage with my dad. Yes, I remember my parents, yes. They are missing to me, they are missing too much. But what we can do, nothing. These things are happening generally on this horrible life that we are living, yes. We came over here to live temporarily, unfortunately, yes. But we can do nothing, my friend, yes. Hugh, I wrote you a dedication yesterday about the reciprocation, yes, very nice your video that you reciprocated to me, that you corresponded to me, yes. We remember it, very nice was your trick. You connected, this was very good approach. You connected the previous time that I was talking to you in the video, during the video, and I told you something, and when I watched you, I saw you during the video with the holy icon. I saw your face very close to in camera. Yes, and I thought this is a reciprocation, perhaps. He really is trying to reciprocate, but I will try to discover what he's telling, what he's speaking inside the video, for what thing, yes. And I heard you about the plane. I told to him something about a plane in the previous video. Yes, I remember. I didn't watch my video. I was remembering what I told you. And the other plane is, I told him when I stopped the song, and the song automatically started again. I told you that metaphysical things. All interferes, the nervous system interferes with the navigation system. Yes. And I gave you an example inside the plane when the nervous system interferes with the plane navigation system, and you thought I will connect, I will be used the plane with a cookery. Yes, I will be connected these things with the story inside the plane. Because my available child Menelaus told me about the plane, and he dedicated to me a lot of food. And one food, spaghetti, vegetarian spaghetti, fascinating spaghetti, yes. And chicken, Irish chicken. Yes, I use beer inside the cream, and so that the reason I called it Irish. This is I improvised with my fantasy. With this was an improvisation, because the cookery, Hugh, the truth be told, is fantasy. And I used this. I told you about the food and the example. The metaphysical example with a plane, yes, and you thought this trick, yes. This thing happened to you when you was at your first flight with your brother Ralph, and you found the chance. The truth, this story was real. You told the truth, yes. But it was a coincidence with the plane that I told you, and my cookery, yes, and you found the opportunity, you found the chance to correspond with a trick to me. Yes, you my friend, yes. And you wanted to emphasize me, you wanted to manifest to me that Menelaus, I got you, I watched your video, yes, everything of you, Menelaus, I'm watching, yes, and thank you for your love, and thank you for your reciprocation to me, thank you for your strong support for me that you are feeling, yes, and thank you that you obeyed my dad Christmas when he was alive, his will, his fervor, his how can I say the word? When you know fervor, his fervor to reciprocate to me, to correspond to me, desire, yes, my dead Christmas desire. That told you Menelaus is a very good child, and he's expecting from you this expectation as correspondence to your love feelings and to my son Menelaus' love feelings. Yes, this thing my dad told you. Now, don't remember very well the composition, how he I told you the half part. He composed this thing. Yes, he's expecting, he's waiting, my son, and all these expectations. And you, from them, you kept your promise. You, from them, you had kept your promise, and to my dad, and you kept your promise to his desire, to reciprocate to me. Thank you so much, Hugh, that you love my dad and my mom. Although that when she was alive, I didn't have the presence sometimes with you. But that you love my dad, Christoph. Yes, that you appreciated him. My dad, Christoph, yes. And you, Deborah, my friend, thank you so much for your reciprocation, kind of confused at your appreciation to me, yes, and that you, and for my dad, that you, and for my dad, Chris's appreciation, and you, Deborah, my friend, my best regards and my love. I'm sending you my friend Deborah, yes. As I saw a dream, yes, I wrote in my notebook, yes, 2 dreams with you, Deborah, the one dream, and the second dream was with you, and with you, Deborah. Yes, 2 dreams I saw with you, my friends. Yes, and I understood that all the time I'm in your mind. Yes, you are thinking of me. Yes, and you, Deborah. Yes, Mr. Haji, all the time, yes, I'm telling you the truth. Yes, to you, Deborah. All the time, the Sagittarius and a woman with blonde hair, she's always beside me, yes. And sometimes, you, Deborah, you are expecting me and compare you with you a little much more, yes, because sometimes he's occupied. With reminiscence, yes. You went in London, yes. You made the trip, yes. So that the car told you, Mr. Oracle, the plane was above you, under of you, yes, the plane. That you returned back from the trip, from the journey. This is the meaning that I read in my book, yes, before 3 days. In Jackman's Landing, I saw that you were in London, yes. It was the premiere of Reminiscence, yes, your film, yes. My congratulations to you. And certainly the reason the car showed the plane under, not above of you. Above means that you will make the trip. Under of you, the plane, if the plane is under of the Libra or under of a figure, means that this person who returned back from the journey, from the trip, yes. This is the meaning, the physical meaning, yes. And sometimes, your wife, she's watching me. You are watching me, Deborah, my videos, yes. When he's occupied and when you're returning back in your house, your wife, she's telling you the news about me. My knowledge appeared again. I saw everything, yes. And thank you, Deborah, my friend. Thank you so much for your support, for your appreciation, and for your love to me, yes. All the time, Mr. Haji says about a woman, a Sagittarius woman, yes, with blonde hair, yes. That she's thinking of me, too far away, yes, with you, with the Libra together, yes, my friend. And sometimes I won't tell you something, but now I have the chance, Deborah, to tell you, yes. With all this, I had this inspiration has come in my mind, all this from 2018, and I was telling to my dad, just thinking with my dad Christmas, he was laughing, he laughed once, he was laughing once, helpless. Yes, my dad. Then, when you are seeing the video, and the final, in the end of the video, I'm telling you, hello, Deborah, made us regard to my life. And when my, at the same time, when my dad, he was alive, yes, you're putting your hands on your waist, over here, something like that, yes, over here, yes, and you are saying, and when I'm telling you, hello, Deborah, I'm just got to my love, my dear friend Deborah, you're saying, my knowledge, you remembered me finally, yes, all the time before you were speaking to you and you forgot me, yes. You're putting your hands like this, I'm trying to mimic you, yes. this inspiration I have, not, don't you think that Mr. Haji showed me this thing? No. I suspect that with my imagination, with my metaphysical imagination, yes, this inspiration the universe sent to me, yes, and this the physical idea, and and always you forgot me, yes, all the time to you are speaking to you all the time, and you forgot me, yes, the thing you are saying, yes. And sometimes, Deborah, or and you have metaphysical faith, when I'm seeing you in the photo, on your Facebook page, that you are putting your hands like that, and you are saying to me like you, and always I will come to bite you, to catch you over there, yes, exactly the same inspiration you are giving me, man, always I will come to eat you like you, together with you, we will come over there to catch you, to hunt you, to bite you. Yes, you are for joke, because you are very good pasta, Deborah. Exactly, called the same like Hugh. Yes, and I don't know. I believe that I'm very good sponsor to you, Hugh, and to you, Deborah. How can I say that with the word? I'm very great fun. Yes, great fun. You are making fun. Fun, I mean F-U-N, no F-A-N. I am in fun, yes. I'm in another fun, F-U-N. I'm right in the word. And you're making fun with me, yes. Fun with little riot. You know riot, R-I-O-T, riot, yes, and your children, yes, and all this, we will see that, we will watch the video to laugh again. I'm very good theater, right? Yes. Like a theater. I am, how can I say, clown? I am, no, juggler, yes. I'm no magician. I'm only diviner. I don't know nothing from magic tricks. No, absolutely nothing. Yes, and and sometimes when you have seen me with a black blouse, with a skeleton over here, yes, the Halloween blouse, you know, with a blue color over here, you are playing with your wife. Manolis is magician. He's wizard, Manolis. Very mysterious creature you are, Manolis. Yes. You are saying and you are laughing together with your wife. Yes. I don't know. I'm very good theater for you, my friend, Hugh Deborah. Yes. And before the dream, Deborah and Hugh, I want to something else to tell you, yes. The dream. First the dream. Yes. Before the dreams, I want to tell you, Hugh, that when you made the video and your face was very close to your camera, you wanted to mimic me again, because sometimes when in the end of the video I'm going very close to my camera, my mobile phone, yes, and wasn't with that way to mimic me, yes. And right now I'm relatively close to the camera, almost. I mean relatively. Yes, and and you are seeing me, and you wanted to mimic me. Yes, you my friend. Yes, I remember you when my dad was alive. You were holding with your two hands the paper. I'm telling you, say that. I'm not emperor, something like that. And my dad told me, my dad is trying to mimic you. He's trying to correspond to you. Hugh. You told me, my dad told me, my big is that Christmas, yes. Later in the end, we will go in my room. My dad is expecting us to see us, to show him. He wants my dad to see you inside his photo. Yes, you, my friend. Because the person doesn't lose a lot, of course. I'm explaining you before 3 weeks metaphysically this thing. Yes. Okay. And before the dreams, I will tell you something else about your wife. When your wife, she's putting her hands in her waist and all the time. To you are talking. You are not talking with, and to me. What are you finding? What are you finding? How can I say? What are you finding? Find him. What are you finding to him? Yes. To me, my lord, you are not find something. Just yes, but I'm forgetting you, Deborah, because I'm talking to you. Yes, and. Yes, and in the end, sometimes from the beginning, I'm talking to you, yes. And yes, and you are saying sometimes, and Hugh is in front of you, and all, you don't love me, only you, yes. You remembered me finally, yes, in the end. That and my being exists on this world, yes. You are saying this for a joke, how can I say, you're a very good pastor, Deborah, yes, very good pastor, and yes, you are saying these things. I'm not God, Hugh, I'm not God, but this thing I'm getting. Yes, 93%, this I believe, yes. I'm not God, but if your wife, she's not, somebody else is. She is not a woman. Yes, something I'm getting metaphysically. My antennas, metaphysical antennas I have. Yes, over there. Yes, but I believe that Sagittarius. She is. Yes, the Sagittarius. Blonde hair. Yes, Mr. Haji is showing it to me. Yes. These things I want to tell you about the dream. Yes, the dream. I saw you, my dream, Deborah, that saw my dad and my mom. No. In the second dream was my dad and my mom. The first dream, I saw you that I was in exterior, someone, and you rent a house, you. With your wife, and you had a celebration, and suddenly, how can I say? And suddenly, from the balcony, I was downstairs. I was drinking coffee in the cafeteria, in the bar, and your wife, she was upstairs, and from the balcony, you called me, you shouted to me, Manoled, come upstairs, you and I, we are waiting you, yes, and yes, I was surprised, I didn't expect that I would see you, Deborah. You were still so young, your face was 30 years old, too young girl, yes. And I went upstairs. I saw you, yes. I hugged you, yes. And I hugged you, and you, Deborah, my friend. I hugged you together, yes. You were so how can I say? Pleased, happy, glad that you saw, yes. And I remember that I woke up and I slept again, and I saw the same dream again that you called me, Deborah, from the balcony, and I was ready to go upstairs again, but I woke up in the second dream. Yes, this I remember. After 2 days with my dad and my mom, that my mom, they took the plane, and my dad, that they arrived in America. I wasn't. My parents, they visited you, yes. And I saw my parents that they gave you a lot of presents to you, my dad and my mom, presents. And I wasn't with them, no. And they visited you, they hugged you, my dad hugged you, Deborah, and you hugged you, and my mom Maria hugged you. And they gave you presents, presents with small boxes. Yes, very touch and dream. I don't remember now another details, but this I serve. Yes, this two beautiful dreams. My parents, their souls, they are watching you. Yes, they're watching you. My dad and my mom, they're watching you. How much fervor. Love and strong, so how can I say this in Indian? Strong, soft support for you, for me that you have, yes. Hugh and Deborah, my friends, yes. My parents died, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Sometimes I'm saying to Jesus, thank you, Lord, that you helped me to not lose them when I was 25 years old, because it would be much more tough, this thing, when I was the age of 33. Now I'm much more mature. I have made a much more mature person, human, and I can't live alone inside the society. Very clever. Yes, and smart, very mature. You know mature. 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 Yes, I have gotten mature, and I said correct. Matureness. Hold on a little here to find the noun. No. Maturity. Maturity. And ripeness. About the fruits, is this in tomatoes. Yes, maturity. Yes. I have gotten maturity. Yes, and I can't live alone. Yes. Now I'm living without dad and mom. Yes, it's okay. I'm like orphan. Yes, I'm a big donkey. Oh, I heard that here in Greece from the ancient Greek years. When we have grown up. Yes. Now I'm totally donkey. With a metaphorical meaning, yes. Where I'm a very tall man, I'm a big donkey, yes, right now, yes, with a metaphorical meaning, yes, metaphorically, yes. All the here, we are saying a lot of this kind of stuff, this kind of things, you, my friend, yes. I'm getting old, I'm 41 years old, yes. I'm like an orphan. I was telling to my dad before my dad will be died, I will be orphan, Dad. Yes, you consider yourself orphan, but you are a big donkey right now. You are getting old. Yes, you have a maturity. Okay, now your character. Yes. I'm a little child, yes. I'm watching Candy Catch sometimes, Candy in internet, yes. You remember Candy when I sang in Brahati that song. One day I will sing to you, now I remember you, yes. Candy that song, yes. My Little Pony, you remember? Sometimes I'm watching these cartoons, My Little Pony, from my childhood. Yes, I want to remember my childhood. And when I sang Candy Candy, you and your wife, you were laughing oneself helpless. Yes. Yes, a big donkey right now to sing Candy Candy and Sandy Bell, yes. Sandy Bell is another movie with 20 episodes, yes. This movie, Candy Candy, Lovable, Lovable is a good witch from the magic world. That she fell down on the earth, yes. From my childhood, I was watching cartoons. These cartoons suits much more for the girls, yes. But I was watching and Thundercats. That is from male cartoon. This and Thundercats and the other movie was the Night of the Space. Yes, and this from boys was this cartoon, and from girls cartoons, and from female cartoons and male cartoons. I was watching. You remember? And I was playing with the dolls. You were friends, the dolls. When I was telling you that and with the dolls and with the swords and with the Playmobil and with the guns. Yes. With all the games I was playing, yes, and with the dolls, yes. I had strong soft spot to the dolls, yes, when I was a boy, yes. I had the symptoms, then I was telling you, okay, it's my nature, my DNA like this, yes. And this character that I have, that I'm very good puncher, that I love to watch cartoons, that I am 41 years old, of course, in thrillers. The thrillers I'm seeing, and I have sometimes a maniac with thrillers. A maniac, I mean, I have fervor, love, and that I'm very good sponsor to you, that I'm little kid, at the moment, but although that I'm 41 years old, is my DNA, that my character is like a kid, a child, yes. And so that's the reason why that person he was telling to you, I know he's a very good child, yes, because he was seeing me like kid, yes. My character, my DNA, the human character, Hugh, it's been written inside of your chromosomes and inside your genes and DNA. Everything, the human character, everything. Your diseases that you will be passed, everything, yes, are written, yes, everything, except from the viruses, of course, yes. And my dad, I remember some from my dad, Hugh. My dad, when he was alive, he was trying to mimic you, yes, sometimes. And my dad, he had metaphysical mind. When he was sitting, when he was lying down on the bed, or he was sitting on the chair, after the lunch, he was trying to mimic. He was making something with his lips. For example. And I was telling my dad, well, why you are sending me kisses? And I'm making Hugh. I'm trying to mimic him. Yes. And my dad was doing this thing. And when I was looking at him, Dad again, he was making this thing. You remember this thing that I was telling to you, very good punch with my dad, yes. Now I don't have him to make me to laugh. He was a support to me when my mom died. Yes, my mom, she didn't have this kind of character. No, she was much more serious person. Yes, no. She was very kind, but she had another character. No, a note like this. My dad was telling me jokes about his life, stories, stories in love before to meet my mom, that she had relationships with some women, yes, during his life before my mom, and she was telling me this joke, yes, and we were laughing oneself helpless together with my dad, yes, and my dad he inspired in this thing. I will mimic Hugh. Yes, when Hugh is watching me, Dad, I have this precision, and this is my prophecy. When you are looking at the video, when I'm telling you, and then when I was telling you about the herpes zoster and this illnesses, the diseases, yes, and I don't want to be vaccinated against the new influenza. You were saying you were doing this. Yeah, you will say my knowledge. I will go there to catch you, to bite you, yes, to hand you my knowledge, to eat you, yes, and you will send me kisses, yes. When I was telling you about serious things, yes, whatever I'm saying to you, yes, all the time you are sending me kisses, yes. I'm not God, but yes. This metaphysical ideas I have, yes, metaphysical ideas. Hugh, I remembered something. Do not forget, these things that I was telling you, that I will be died very soon, and I have these ideas inside my mind, the demon, the Satan Lucifer, he was putting to me these ideas. This I had understood, yes. Now I don't have these ideas, yes, about the death and this kind of. I'm trying a little to shed it, to remove it, to overcome this feeling from my mind. Yes, this demon he was putting me this idea that I will be died very soon. Yes, that I will be died in 2 or 3 years from now. Yes, but I will be died. Yes, the Satan Lucifer. And he was trying to influence me against you, that you don't love me, that you are not in love with me, yes, and that you are, and he doesn't love you, Hugh, yes, and you still have the reason that you correspond to me, because my baby, my child is sad. I should have corresponded a little to him, yes. He had right the child. You agree, you told your wife, you agree, Deborah, yes. You should have done it, Hugh. Your wife, she told you, you should have done it. Manolis, he has, how can I say, he's been tired, tired. He has tired, yes, he has disappointment, and he's lodging this thing, yes. Okay, you are occupied with many things, yes, never mind. You can't all the time, but you don't forget me in total, and for a long time, sometimes remember me, little, you my friend, yes. I know you that you are always remembering me, yes, I know, yes. Thank you, Hugh, thank you with all my heart, vaguely, that you reciprocated to me vaguely. Thank you so much. Thank you, yes, you my friend, thank you. So much with all my heart and with all my soul that you reciprocated to me, yes. What else? The previous video I told you about the disease, when I was a child, a child disease that I passed. It wasn't chickenpox, that is the same virus with a herpes zoster. No, scarlet fever. I had in 1989. When I was in 3rd class, yes, I had scarlet fever for 7 days. I had strong fever. You know what a streptococcus is? Your tongue hits, yes, small pins in all my body, yes, and sorry, yes, and I have not eaten yet, Hugh. Yes, I have not eaten. Only water I drank. Because I have the agony. If somebody is in love with somebody, doesn't have appetite to eat before the video. Yes, and I'm in love with you, and so that's the reason that I'm in love with you. I have the agony to talk to you, to speak to you, and later I will eat soup, chicken soup. Yesterday, fish I fried. Yes, fish smelt. Small fish. Yes, I had to eat from them when my dad was alive from January. I had the allergy over here, and I had the related. So I'm putting the cortisone cream, and I told myself I will be eating fish. I don't care the allergy. I don't care. It's a torment. It's allergy. I cannot eat pork and fish. Anyway, what I told you before? Yes, and scarlet fever I had, and the doctor then, the child doctor, I don't remember now to tell you the specialization of this type and kind of doctor. He was very experienced doctor. He didn't make to me stress test. Absolutely nothing to you. He didn't refer me to microbiologist to make a stress test. Nothing. He understood. I did have pain when I went from school. My dad took me. I had fever, 39 and 6, and the doctor told my dad he saw my tongue and my tonsils over here. And he told my dad he has scarlet fever, very serious illness, disease. I received penicillin, antibiotic, yes, for 10 days. And yes, I was okay, yes. The pain, I came out in pimples and in my genitals. Yes, it was a little heavy. It wasn't mild, the disease. Although that I was 9 years old. Yes. Scarlet fever. In my age, another person who would have died. As long as much more younger you are, you have much more around, much more little danger to die. Yes. To lose your life. As long as you much more older you are, you running much more, running in Greek we are saying to compose something, running much more dangerous in order to live your life. Yes, you have much more, you're in danger much more in 95%, 90% to lose your life. Yes, and now I have immunity for all my life. Yes, antibodies against the scarlet fever. In exterior, there is vaccination in some countries, not in all the entire world, because now the scarlet fever little has eliminated. It didn't new influenza or chicken pox, herpes zoster, no. But herpes zoster, no, I have not infected the virus, thank God, yes. The chicken pox, nothing. Yes, now that I'm wearing my mask, my medical mask, it's impossible. Yes, and I was tested with blood tests before on September 2020, and I was negative because I wanted to see you to confirm if my antibodies from the vaccination in 2005 with 2 doses. But the vaccine, the duration of the antibodies was only for 6 years. Yes. And yes, and now the antibodies have eliminated totally. The microbiologist told me, yes, I'm negative. You don't, Mr. Merolid, you don't have antibodies against the chickenpox. Yes, but from the Australian antibody that I was vaccinated in 2003, I have, yes, antibodies. My antibodies is 687, yes. From the Australian antibody Australian antigen, HBsAg, yes. Hepatitis B, HBV, and hepatitis A, HAV, yes. But I was vaccinated against the HAV, hepatitis A, and I had immunity for 25 years, 30 years, yes. Had much more immunity. Is giving you this vaccine, much more immunity compared with hepatitis B. The one, from the hepatitis A, the vaccine is Hatrix, and from hepatitis B, HBV, is the vaccine Engerix. In 3 doses, and in 3 doses for the hepatitis A. In 2010, I was vaccinated. I made on December 2010 the final dose, the third dose of HAV, hepatitis A. Yes. When my dad was telling me, Manuel, from where you will be infected, but you don't have sexual life. Yes, the truth be told, I never had sexual life, and I don't, and still I don't have sexual life. Absolutely nothing. That I was telling you that I'm a pure person and virgin person. Yes. From where you will be infected? My dad, you never know. Yes. I was telling to him that one day in the future, if I will have the opportunity, chance to make something with somebody, yes, if I will be in love with a man, who knows? Yes, I was telling to my dad. And but I was vaccinated against HBV and HAV, yes. And I was tested and from the hepatitis C, HCV. Of course, negative. I don't have antibodies, of course. But from where? I don't have sexual life. From where to be infected? It's impossible, this thing. Yes, and I don't have antibodies, of course, from herpes type 1, the herpes of the lips. I have not infected by the virus. Yes, and the herpes 2, the genitals. Of course, I don't have sexual life. From where? I will be infected from the air, like coronavirus. Yes, and the other, the herpes type 3, the herpes zoster, the chicken pox, and we had another type of herpes, 4, Epstein-Barr. I don't have antibodies, and from this generally from the 4 herpeses, from the 4 viruses of herpes, I don't have antibodies. Yes, type 1, nothing. Type 2, nothing. Type 3, herpes zoster, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yes, because the herpes type 1 for the lips, it hurts. Many persons I have seen, yes, and many persons, and they have strong pain. Only one problem sometimes I have dentures in my mouth. From the age of 13 years old, Hugh, yes, I have dentures. It's a microbe, it's a fungus. When I was in primary school, I drank from the same glass of water, and we went for excursion with my school then, and there wasn't a saucer to drink water, and my friend, he had his how can I say now in English, no glass of water. In Greek it's pavouri, but I'm trying to find it in my dictionary. Hold on just a moment here. Yes, flock, flask, S-L-A-C-K, canteen, C-A-N-T-E-E-N, canteen, and Flask. Flask is right over here. Flask. 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 And he told me, my only have dentures. I don't want to be infected. I'm very thirsty. Give me your flask. Yes, and I was infected the microbe. Yes, the fungus. It's fungus candidate. Yes, it's no virus, and it's staying in the cells after your mouth, inside your mouth for all your life. Exactly for the same like herpes type A. The herpes is been split in your tissues of your lips, very deep in the tissues, in your cells, in the tissues of the cell, of the cells, in place. And when the immune system is weak, or you have stress, or in another reason, appears the herpes. Yes, with strong pain and itching, I have heard. And but dentures, you have little pain with dentures, but sometimes you cannot eat. I had problem all these years. Now, thank God, yes, have eliminated the relapses of dentures. Yes, during when I was a teenager, when I was every month I had a new relapse inside my mouth about the dentures. Yeah. Puralvex I was using. Exactly the same problem with allergic skin eczema. Yes. And Puralvex and other gels. There are many medicines to limit the relapses, but there isn't this suitable medicine to kill forever this microbe. In the science, they cannot find something about the herpes and about the dangers. Economic benefits, who knows you? Yes. Okay, Hugh, these things, I know medicine, you saw it, Hugh. When I was in high school, I received the mark 20, excellent, in anthropology, when I was in the second class of high school. And I and another two girls, we received 20, yes, and the professor, she told to all the children to clap us, yes. Yes, and I was a very good student in medicine, yes. After high school, we have the other school, 3 classes, but I don't remember now in English, hold on to find in my dictionary. Yes, the Greek word is likio. Yes. Lycée. Lycee. CEE. Yes, lycée. When I was for 3 years, I received this. I chose the specialization of microbiology for 2 years. Yes, was technical. Not general. And for 2 years, I was going to I was attending lessons in medical lessons inside the laboratory. Yes, medical laboratory in another building that I was going. My dad, he was taking me with his car then. Yes, when I was 16, 17, and 18 years old, and we learned a lot of illnesses with crystal violet, the method ASTO, with the blood tests. Yes. About malaria, about many diseases, HIV, HBV, HAV, hepatitis A and B, yes. And then our professor told to us to vaccinate against the Australian antigen. Yes, when we get old, you will have a relationship with a man, with a woman